Welcome back, truckers. You just spent hours, maybe days, weeks even, if you started your profile with a hard economy mode. Either way, you have a giant pile of cash or a loan from the bank and you're about to buy your first truck. You've picked the engine, the cab, the paint, then you see this 4x2, 6x2, 6x4, 8x4. What do these numbers even mean? You're not doing a maths test. You just want to drive a truck. Do these numbers matter? The answer is simple. If you pick the wrong one, you're not just wasting money, you are losing money on every single delivery. It's a disaster. You could even set yourself up on the road to bankruptcy. First up is the 4x2. And this is probably the first truck you will own, potentially, in-game. And it's also one of the most popular trucks you will see in real life on the roads in Europe. 4x2. The 4 stands for 4 wheels. So the truck itself has 4 wheels and the engine is only powering 2 of those wheels, hence the 2. This truck is insanely agile. It's definitely the lightest chassis in the game, which means you can whip around corners, park it in tiny spots, tight areas. You can do it like nothing, like you're going to pick up the milk. But the real superpower of the 4x2 is that it basically prints money. Because it is so light, it uses a lot less fuel. It's proven the best fuel economy in the entire game. And it also has the biggest fuel tanks. The reason for that is because it only has one axle at the rear. There's room for a bigger fuel tank. But there's not all flowers in the garden, I'm afraid. It does have one massive weakness. Having that single powered axle is the downfall. When I have tried to pull a 25-ton container up a hill, mountainside, it was a complete disaster. The truck itself, for normal cargo, it is amazing. But if you try to haul something heavy, it will fail you without a doubt. If you want to be super efficient, this is definitely the undisputed king and a good choice for AI drivers when they are starting out. This is my personal favorite chassis configuration, the 6x2, meaning 6 wheels and 2 of those wheels have the power from the engine going to them. This configuration dominates the roads in the UK and the Nordic regions for good reason. It strikes a sweet balance between payload capacity and fuel efficiency, which is why it's the go-to for long haul and those of you who want to do tandem trailers or double trailers, depending what you call it. That extra axle doesn't just add stability, it also unlocks the legal ability to haul up to 44 tons in the UK compared to 40 tons for a 4x2. It comes with a mid-lift or a tag lift. These are game changers too. The mid-lift gives you tighter turning circles and makes the vehicle more agile, similar to the 4x2, while the tag lift also helps with the turning, but it also helps with traction and tyre wear, especially when you're not fully loaded. You can lift that axle and save on fuel, and simply said, it's like having a Swiss Army knife on wheels. This truck is so versatile, it's a game changer. The 6x4, it is a heavy haul hero. If you want to carry some bigger, maybe a little more crazier cargoes, maybe something a bit different, then you definitely need the 6x4. A lot of long-time players that I've spoken to say this is the only truck you will ever need. It's got 6 wheels and the engine powers 4 of them. So when you think about it, that's double the power to the ground compared to the other chassis. The 6x4 just goes. It has so much grip. You can pull insanely heavy loads and laugh at mountains and bad weather and have little concern about any rough terrain. It's not just about the power though. It's longer, it's heavier, which makes it more stable at high speeds. When I've been carrying top heavy loads, this truck felt like it was super glued to the ground. It is the ultimate all-rounder and it can handle a 15-ton delivery just as well as it can carry a 40-ton locomotive. But there's no doubt, all this power, all this grip, all this stability comes at a price. For starters, it's more expensive and it drinks fuel compared to the 4x2, and yeah, it's not as nimble, that is for certain, so you can't park it easily. But do you care? When you're hauling some of the most expensive cargoes and you're making loads of money in the bank, when you upgrade, this would probably one of the next ones you go to, and especially if you want to start down the legend avenue with heavy cargo. But do keep an eye out for places and countries that give you cheap fuel, because that will make you more profit. Now it's time for the boss, the 8x4, which basically means 8 wheels on the ground and 4 of those have power from the engine going to it. This isn't a truck at all. It's a monster. This thing was built for one reason: to move the most absurdly heavy cargo you can possibly find. I've come across some of the biggest cargoes in game, 80 ton plus, and the 8x4 didn't even break a sweat. Any other truck would literally fall apart. With the 8x4, the only question is, can I even fit this on the road? The stability from its 4 axles is insane, preventing you from tipping over with a massive load. The traction gives you slow but steady power that will conquer any hill or mountain pass. Unfortunately, the 8x4 is a complete waste of money for normal jobs. It's some serious overkill. It would be the best way I could put it. It'd be like using a nuclear weapon to open a can of baked beans. Completely pointless. The downsides are insane, as it also has the worst fuel economy in the game. It will definitely make you go broke. It's slow, it's expensive, and it's terrible at everything except for one thing, and that is moving cargo. So you might be asking yourself, who is this for? Well, it's for the small percentage of players. You know the ones, maybe you're one of them, the one that only wants to hunt for the biggest and most challenging contracts. This isn't an upgrade. It's a completely different challenge in-game. It's the king of the super heavy hauling, but it's a complete failure at everything else, unfortunately. Meet the 12x6, the ultimate high impact, high tonnage, heavy haul titan of the road. So we have 12 wheels on the road and 6 of those have power going to them. This isn't just a truck, it's a rolling fortress, built to conquer the heaviest, nastiest and most back-breaking jobs the game can throw at you. We are talking 100-ton loads of pure unrelated cargo. Could be wind turbine blades, industrial transformers, tree cutters, cranes, items as big as small houses. Just bring it on. Now this is a mod, that is, you will have to download separately. It's not in game, but you can get it all from the Steam Workshop for free. All the details will be in the description. Now this chassis itself is engineered for maximum traction and maximum torque. It laughs in the face of steep inclines. Compared to something like a 4x2 which would spin out and cry for help, the 12x6 just digs in and climbs a mountain like a goat on steroids. This rig is all about raw power and control. You'll need a high torque engine and a minimum 12-speed transmission or gearbox, depending where you're from. And most of all, nerves of steel. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. But if you want to feel like the king of the logistics jungle in ETS2, this could well and truly be your throne. You just need to download the 4 free mods to make it happen. Which one do you actually buy? The 4x2 is the money making machine if you want to be fast, nimble and save a ton of cash on fuel. The 6x2 is the Swiss Army knife for trucks, a good solid all-rounder, especially if you want heavier loads and the options to pull tandem and double trailers in the game. Next we have the 6x4. This is your all-round beast really. This is the best investment you can make unless you take on bigger, better paying jobs, and it's a perfect mix of power and control. Ready for anything, anytime, anywhere. This truck will get you there. The 8x4, this is kind of the one you only buy if you are looking to go down the heavy cargo in game. It is the king of one thing, and one thing only. The 12x6 is the road you take to make yourself a heavy cargo load specialist. Now, if this video has helped you, then please hit that like button. But just remember, there is no single best chassis. The best choice is the one that makes you the most money for the job you are doing. Matching your truck to your cargo with the correct chassis is how you build an empire. And now you know exactly how to get it right every time. I would like to say thanks for watching. Please subscribe so you don't miss the next video.